Hi everybody, it is Julie and welcome back to Pages and Pens. Today I am here with my ContemporaryAthon TBR, which I put off filming for as long as possible before going away. I'm still a little bit nervous that this might change before ContemporaryAthon, but never fear, I will be daily vlogging so you will know day by day exactly what I'm reading. And this is my TBR that stayed for the most part since we came up with these challenges over a month ago. So this feels like what my end TBR might look like, but today is only September 6th. A lot could change in the next 11 days. For those of you that do not know, ContemporaryAthon is a readathon that we host between myself, Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads, and Natasha from My Reading is Odd. It is all about reading contemporary books. We do have 7 different challenges, which I will go over in this video, as well as in my announcement video, which I will link up above. I'm going to let you know what I'm reading for each of those challenges. I do have a lot of these books that apply to more than one challenge, which allows me to have a little bit of freedom in my TBR, move things around a little bit. I also have a couple things that I might be getting off of Hoopla that I will discuss as well, and then some physical books. Let's get into my ContemporaryAthon TBR. Okay, so our 7 challenges are as follows. Read a book with orange on the cover, read a dark, spooky, or taboo contemporary, read a diverse contemporary, read a contemporary in a non-traditional format, whether that is prose, poems, short stories, audiobook, Nook, whatever you don't typically read in. Then we're going to read a book with your initials. This can be as easy or as hard as you want to make it, so it can be all 3 of your initials, which I am doing. It can be your first initial, your last initial, whatever you want, and it's anything on the cover. So in the title, in the author name, in like a little blurb that might be on the front. You guys do you, make it as easy or as hard as you want it to be. I personally am doing it within the author's name or the title. And then number 6 is to read a new to you author, and number 7 is to read a 5-star prediction book. None of them are too hard, I promise you. Also, a quick note that contemporary for us is anything without magic set in either our time period or the time period the book was written in. So some classics could be technically contemporaries if they were written in the same time period, about the same time period they were written in. Does that make sense to you? But I typically consider contemporary something set in today's world without magic. But again, we do not police your TBRs. You guys read whatever the heck you want. I know that Chelsea is pushing really hard for Summer of Salt, which does have some magical realism and spooky fantasy vibes. Let's be honest, it's just fantasy. But it's fine. You guys do what you want to do. You read what makes you happy. We are just excited to be reading with you. Myself, Chelsea, and Natasha will all be doing daily vlogging for this readathon. I'm very excited about that. We're going to see how it goes. And, yeah, let's jump into my TBR. First up, orange on the cover. I have a couple different options, but I am mainly going with Young Jane Young by Gabrielle Zevin. I had it pitched to me as like a loose Monica Lewinsky retelling. It's about a girl who has an affair with a politician and how her life changes, but the politician's really doesn't, and it's about the aftermath of an affair with somebody in power. The new to me author, it's a 5-star predicted read. It is kind of taboo, like an affair with a married man, kind of taboo. Orange on the cover. This is also what I'll be using for my initials because it has J, A, and Z in her name. That's my initials, J-A-Z. So this one kind of does all of that. Even if I just read that one, I'm doing kind of good. Then, technically, I am going to try to read 7 books, so that won't actually count for all of them unless, like, mayhem happens and I don't get to read in that week. So number 2 is read a darker taboo book. The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis, I've heard, is pretty stinking dark. Alex Croft knows how to kill someone. She doesn't feel bad about it. Her older sister was murdered 3 years ago and the killer walked free. Okay. But I've heard nothing but amazing things about this and I am excited to get to it. I know it's dark. We're gonna go with that. Then to read a diverse contemporary, we're going to read Anger is a Gift by Mark Oshiro. This one also has a ton of orange on the cover. It's a new to me author. It is diverse. This is a 5-star prediction. Like, all of these are 5-star predictions, honestly. But I'm very, very excited about this one. This one I legitimately know nothing about, except that it's diverse and that Natasha really, really, really loves it. I kind of don't want to know anything about it. I got this at BookCon and I'm really excited about it. It's longer. It's not as long as it looks, I guess. we're going to see how this one goes. The other two are a little bit shorter, but we're fine. And then for a contemporary book told in a non-traditional format, I will be reading an arc of Dear Heartbreak. This is by YA authors and actual teens. So teens have written letters, dating, violence, breakups, cheating, betrayals, loneliness, and they write these letters asking for advice, and then the YA authors offer that advice. So it's in letter format, and these teens are getting actual advice from writers that they like. So this is edited by Heather Demetrios, who wrote Bad Romance, which I really, really loved. I did a Twitter buddy read of that, and it was amazing. In this, letters from real teens are answered with care by Becky Albertalli, Libba Bray, Heather Demetrios, Gail Foreman, Nina LaCour, Sandia Menon, E.B. Bizaboy. So like a couple different ones that I know. There's a couple on here that I definitely don't recognize, but I'm excited about this one. So this one could also be my initials on the cover, because we've got E.B. Bizaboy, that's my Z. We've got Varian Johnson, that's a J. We've got Becky Albertalli, there's an A. There's a lot of names on this cover, so this one counts. And this will be my alternative format, as well as a couple graphic novels that I have on this that are on Hoopla. So they're graphic novels and they're digital, so that could also count. But I really, really want to get to that arc. This one doesn't come out until December of 2018, so I've got a little bit of time though. And then we're going to read a book with my initials on the cover. That is Young Jane Young by Gabrielle Zevin and or Dear Heartbreak. And then we have a new to me author. Every single one of the books that I have pretty much on this in physical copy are new to me authors. Dear Heartbreak has some new to me authors. Marco Shiro is a new to me author. Mandy McGinnis is a new to me author. And so is Gabrielle Zevin. Also though, so is Bridget Kemmerer, this lady's name. This is dark. This is about a girl whose mother dies and she writes letters to them, and then a boy who's got his own kind of trouble in his past or current finds one of the letters, writes back to her. They create this like letter exchange. This one I've heard tell is just heartbreaking and heart-wrenching and really sad. This is a new to me author. It's dark, but this is one that I would really like to get to as well. So those are my 5 physical books. We're gonna see how I do. Again, like I said, a ton of these double up. And then I have 2 graphic novels that I would like to try to get to, and they are both available, I believe, on Hoopla. One is El Defo by somebody whose name I don't know because I'm a horrible booktuber. CC Bell. So that one could potentially happen. I don't know if that's a middle grade. I don't know how that one is shelved. Starting a new school is scary with a giant hearing aid. At her old school, everybody knew she was deaf. Now she's got to like kind of explain that to people all over again. So El Defo is going to be an option. I also have Giant Days, which I have put on 1,000 different TBRs and never read again. And I think I only finished the first 2 volumes, so I have a lot to catch up on because I think there's 7 or 8 of them. I have not read them all. I need to do that. So Giant Days is definitely on Hoopla, and El Defo is definitely on Hoopla. Those are like the tentative ones that I would like to get to. With these 5 physical copies, a Giant Days and an El Defo, which I know I can get for free on Hoopla, that does bring me up to 7. We encourage you to double up, triple up, quadruple up. If you can get all of them with 1 book, phenomenal. Just have fun with it. I really look forward to vlogging and sharing this experience in this week with you guys. I look forward to it so much every time we plan it. Thank you so much for all the involvement. I can't wait. I've been loving the TBR videos, and I will be making a point to comment on those all soon because I've seen a whole bunch going up. And that is my TBR, so let's see how I do for the week. We're gonna see how it all works out, but I'm really, really excited. Thank you to everybody who's participating. Definitely let me know down below if you're going to be joining us. And that is it for this video. If you liked it, do give me a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye guys.